Let's get high.
All right, cadets, this is season 7 of the Big Monster Briefing Room. Please forgive us for taking so long to come back. I had some business I had to do in China, but I'm back, and we are starting with our new intro that you just saw, and we are ready to go with Dracula Has Risen from the Grave. Let me bring up my able-bodied assistant, Major Havoc.
Reporting for duty, sir.
There you go. Somebody who respects the military. How nice.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna say any more than that.
I know what you mean, sir.
Yeah. Interesting meeting this week.
Yep.
This was Christopher Lee's third outing as Dracula for Hammer. He had done Horror of Dracula, which we covered on the show a while back, Dracula, Prince of Darkness, and then this one, Dracula Has Risen from the Grave. And by this time, Lee was like, look, don't write any dialogue for me. Okay, it's silly when Dracula talks, so just, he's dark and brooding, just let me stare at people. Basically is what it boils down to. It has very, very little to say in this, and it works. I mean, it's like, you don't have to write a lot of dialogue for Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger when they're doing an action movie. You just give them a tire iron and let them go to town.
There you go.
So there it is. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up the timeline for this picture. But believe it or not, released through Warner Brothers. They were the distributor on this one. And I can't read that. Hammer.
Hammer Film Productions. It's Hammer time.
It's Hammer time. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, they did some of the best horror movies back in the 60s and 70s.
Well, they started in the mid 50s, with the
50s, yeah.
And then they did. They got Chris Lee and Peter Cushing on board and made some delightful movies, which we're going to cover in the next 2 seasons. A lot of this Hammer stuff.
Yeah.
So, because we kind of neglected it, we've touched it here and there, but we've kind of neglected it. We should have done more. So we're going to catch up on that.
Yeah. I gotta say, before we get into this, I'm a little disappointed that Peter Cushing ain't in this, but you can't have everything.
Yeah, I think at the time he was probably busy doing Frankenstein movies.
Probably.
Next week we're going to be doing Evil of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And Cushing did come back as Van Helsing later on for Dracula in 1972, AD. And the Satanic Rites of Dracula, and even Dracula and the Seven Golden Vampires, a Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires, which had a different actor playing Dracula. Go figure. Maybe Christopher Lee was done with it by that time. It was 1974, so he's like, "Look, I don't want to do it anymore."
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a young mute boy who comes into the church in this little town near the Carpathian Mountains. The shadow of Dracula's castle is evidently casting upon the town.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes into the church. We have a thing where he goes to the bell to ring the bell, and there's blood drops coming from the bell, and there's a dead body of a girl in the bell, and she's had her neck bitten. So there is a vampire somewhere close by.
Yep.
It's not Dracula. He's frozen right now.
Yeah, they never explain this. I mean, yeah, we know it's a vampire, but it's like they never,
Well,
they never show up.
yeah, when they did Brides of Dracula, which
Yeah.
again didn't have Christopher Lee as Dracula, it had a different actor,
Oh,
Peel, I
yeah.
think was his name,
Right.
playing Baron Meinster. Yeah, Dracula's name's all over the film, and it's got Van Helsing, it's got Peter Cushing, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a whole different faction of Dracula. It's the disciple of Dracula.
Yeah.
So anyway, the priest comes, he sees it. Oh my gosh, dead woman. And then they have a little montage here that shows the passing of winter and back into spring again. And this is where the Monsignor, I guess,
Yeah.
yeah, comes to visit, and the the local priest is in the bar drinking. He's not doing his service.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Monsignor goes to the service and it's empty. Nobody's going to the church.
yeah, he's just he's still serving mass but ain't nobody in the church.
Yeah, that's
So he
right.
goes to have a drink.
Yeah. So, and this is where we find out the boy is mute. He doesn't really talk. And the Monsignor gives a little speech in the pub saying, hey, I will take care of this. I will rid you of this evil that's bringing your spirits down. And speaking of spirits down, Father, bring your drinking ass with me. We're gonna climb up the mountain. Even though I'm an old guy, we're gonna climb up the mountain. We're gonna take the cross from the church and we're gonna put it on Dracula's castle's door. And the villagers are like, yeah, all right, you go ahead and do that. We're gonna stay here where it's safe.
Yep. And you could tell the priest. You could tell the village priest is just really excited about doing that. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to go."
Yeah, I want to go up to Dracula's castle. Yeah, hell yeah, sign me up. So he's actually an interesting character in this film. He's one of the most interesting characters in this film. Is the priest because he kind of flip flops from side to side, not knowing what to do. He's torn.
Yeah, and
his duty as a priest and
yeah,
and the power of Dracula and his bloodshot eyes.
yeah, and you don't see that very often. Usually, priest characters they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna fight the evil and all this," and this guy's like,
I don't know what to do.
Exactly. So it's a little weak.
Yeah. So the Monsignor, he actually says, I got to rest. The Monsignor goes up. Monsignor's got like twice his age. And he goes up there and he places the cross on the door. The priest falls, slips and falls, bumps his head. The blood from the head wound gives a lot of blood.
Yeah.
I know this from fact. And the blood trickles down into the cracked ice below, and it's Dracula. And it goes right to his lips. Which, in the last film, Dracula, Prince of Darkness, Dracula is brought back to life by they dump his ashes in a concrete kind of container. And then they slash a guy's throat over it. The blood hits the ashes, and boom, he becomes Dracula again. So, I mean, bringing him back, it's easier than you think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Brother Shandor shot the ice and caused it to crack, and he went under the ice and running water. That's when the thing about running water in vampires came from. That was the first time I think it was used in film. And they used it again later, Dracula 72 AD. And they used it in Lost Boys and a couple of other films too. Running water.
Yeah.
Dracula doesn't want to be clean. He wants the dirt of the soil from his country on the back of his neck.
That's right.
That's what he sleeps in. Gosh darn it. I'm a dirty, nasty, stinky vampire.
And they complain about the smell of garlic. You can tell the vampire's coming from like a mile away. It's like, I think there's a vampire nearby. Whew.
Now, let's go back to that slide. Or no, we can stay here. The priest wakes up and Dracula is standing there, looking at him, trying to get power over him, his bloodshot eyes again. But notice that the priest's head, his bald cranium, is now clean of blood. That means when Dracula woke up, he went over and licked this guy's forehead.
Must have, yeah. All of a sudden,
because it is clean as a whistle.
Yeah,
now.
There should be a gnarly gash on there, but no.
So I don't know where that thought came from, but it has haunted me since the first time I watched this film, which was a long time ago. I was very young. Mm-hmm. So I finally I was able to tell people my thought about this on this film. So Dracula, Lee looks good. I mean, he's got the Dracula thing down. Mm-hmm. he is confident in his portrayal now. He is the Dracula now.
Yeah.
This is the third time's the charm. And again, this is a different kind of Dracula movie. It takes place in that time period, in the late 1800s.
Yeah.
But it's kind of got a modern feel to it. I don't know how to describe it. Probably because of the guy that plays the lead in it. He seems very 60s to me. His hair, his way he acts, he seems very 60s.
Yep.
Now, I can't remember the actor's name. It's Paul something. Or no, Paul was the name of his character. Paul anyway, he didn't do a lot of other movies after this. He was in a James Bond movie called The Spy Who Loved Me. He played one of the crew members on the submarines. I've yet to see him because he's probably a lot older and he probably looks a lot different. But yeah, I looked up his IMDb and he really didn't do a lot of stuff in movies after this. He did some TV and stuff, but he's not a bad actor. I mean, he's pretty good in this. So the priest goes back, has a drink of his own. I've done it. I've finished it. I think he's got a little gout or something too that makes it like even more difficult for him to get up the mountain and down, but he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Murder. And this guy, the innkeeper is always like the worst one. He's always like don't mess with Dracula, don't mess with the vampires, stay inside where it's,
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
It's a grumpy, nasty, we're not going to help you kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's, again, very good. Michael Ripper is also in this film, who's done a lot of these Hammer films.
Oh, yeah.
He's another innkeeper in this, and he's a lot nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Although in some of the other Dracula films, he's nastier. I think Scars of Dracula's in there. He's real nasty in that. Okay, so Dracula gets back to his house, and it's like, oh, who has done this? Oh, the Monsieur, the Monsieur. I'm going to have to get my revenge. So, and we got a nice shot of his wig there.
And there he is.
So, yeah. By the way, let me lick your wound again. I'm hungry. So he goes back to Kleinberg, I think it's Kleinberg.
I think so, yep.
Something like that. And he goes back to his house, and his sister takes care of him, which is kind of strange. Because she's got a kind of a wife feel to her in this, but it's his sister.
Well, that's funny that you say that, because he even says that. He even mentions that. Yeah, you're almost like a wife.
Yeah.
Like, don't go there. This isn't Alabama.
Yeah. She's like rubbing his, cold feet and stuff. Anyway, taking his boots off. And he's got a niece. It's his sister's daughter. I almost said wife. Gulp. This is a lovely scene where Dracula needs a place to sleep. So he dumps out an old dead corpse of a woman, or the priest does. He makes the priest do it, which is, the priest has to do a lot of crap against his faith, because of Dracula.
Yeah. So this poor priest, he's basically the Renfield of this movie.
Yeah.
Film. He's the Renfield.
Yeah.
But normally, like I said, you don't normally see priests doing this stuff, but he's kind of conflicted and easily swayed by.
And again, scenes like this make it just even worse. The whole situation for this poor guy, because he's he's violating all the faiths.
Yeah.
So we have another scene with the Monsignor and his sister. She's making dinner. She says that her daughter's boyfriend is coming over for dinner. Oh, really? And then we see Paul, and there's Michael Ripper.
Yeah.
Done a lot of Hammer films. Done a lot of British films.
When I first saw this kid, I immediately thought, with the hair and everything, I thought, that's Roger Daltrey.
That's what I said. He's very 60s.
Very 60s, yeah.
He does look like Roger Daltrey. He does. You're right. But Michael Ripper is unmistakable. Now, this is the innkeeper's wench.
Yeah.
She flirts with all the guys, and Paul is doing a little drinking game with his buddies.
Yeah. Xena is her name.
Xena.
And everybody's kind of fixated on her her charms.
Her ample assets.
There you go. Yep.
It's funny. In one of the later Dracula films, they have an actress that even looks like her. It's not her. It's another actress who does the thing where she goes up to Dracula and says, "Well, you've got me," and then Dracula does the thing where he's looking at her like with a little smile, a little smirk, and then all of a sudden his eyes kind of he acts with his eyebrows, and he just gives her kind of a nasty look. His look turns nasty, and she screams, she shrieks, and that happens the exact same scene happens in like Scars of Dracula, one of the later ones.
Yeah.
So anyway, Paul's girlfriend, we see the Monsignor's niece. She comes in, and Paul dumps a glass of beer on himself. So now he's all ready for the party, the dinner party.
Yeah.
Going and smelling like a brewery. Hi, this is Paul. Oh, how delightful.
They're all like, yeah.
Is that what I think it is? Did you come to our house smelling like a brewery? Really?
Yeah. Of course, he has to explain, and they're looking at him like, yeah, no.
And actually, the Monsignor turns out to be kind of a cool guy at that point, because and he's like, "Hey, I was young once, but I'm a Monsignor now." And then we have Dracula doing his best coachman, trying to get to Kleinberg.
Yeah. Now you would think that he would have the priest doing the driving and he just laying in the coffin, but nope, he's I'm taking the wheel.
He likes whipping horses, man.
Man, he was whipping that. Yeah.
Now,
heavy on the whip.
Can't remember. I think it's this one. I can't remember if the cape lining changed from gray, like a satiny silver, to red, but I think it was this movie that it happened. That all of a sudden he wakes up in the water and his cape's red inside.
The lining is red throughout the whole movie in this one. Yeah.
Yes. I can't remember if it was red in Prince of Darkness. I think it was. I know it was definitely a silver lining, if you excuse the phrase, in Horror of Dracula.
Yeah.
It changed.
Yeah.
It became red lining, and that was the kind of like everybody after that time, after this movie for sure, was like, oh, Dracula's got a red lined cape now.
Yeah.
So Paul mentions that he's agnostic at the table. Oh!
No, he says he's an atheist.
Atheist, I'm sorry.
Because they were asking, well, so what church do you go to? And he's like,
I go to the Church of Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah!
Exactly.
I'm biting bats' heads off. Ah! Um, Going to the Who concert.
There you go.
So yeah, he's no longer welcome in the house. It's like, what? Atheist.
Out.
So
Get out.
he actually is the one that says, well, I guess I better go now.
Yeah.
I got more drinking game to do. And he goes and he sees Xena.
Yeah.
And she's got the hots for him, you can tell.
Oh yeah.
And when he shovels that coal downstairs, man, he's got his shirt off. She's like, oh. So she's got her heart set on him. She's banged every other guy in the town. She's ready for Paul now. So, so she's the town wench. So she takes his boots off and puts him in bed, and then the girl shows up. Oops, his girlfriend. You want to get your hands off my man? And it's a nice little, little tension there. And Xena, walks off like, I was that close. He was drunk. I could have had it. And little nicety nice. What the hell is her name in this?
Marie.
Thank you.
Marie.
That's why I got you here. Keep me straight. Marie sees him through till the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no Ficky Walker going on.
No.
And Michael Rivers says, Xena, what are you doing here? Go home. He's got a gravelly voice, Michael Rivers does.
Yeah.
And I remember watching this as a teenager. One of my friends got one of the first VCRs, those big ass top loaders, and this was one of the films we watched. Diamonds Are Forever was another one. And the Wild Geese. And we learned the whole dialogue from all these movies. And Michael Ripper's line, and the food's good. We used to always say that to each other. Anyway, he was talking to Paul and he was saying, you like it here, don't you, Paul? And the food's good. So memory came back to me. All right. So Xena is out there, and the priest is at the reins this time.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And he tries to run her down with the carriage, and actually what he's doing is he's kind of corralling her towards Dracula.
There
and
he
she's
is.
black and red. And and here we get the bloodshot eyes. Christopher Lee hated these eye drops they put in his eyes, and who wouldn't?
Yeah.
And he puts the vamp on her.
Mm-hmm.
And again, once he gazes with those bloodshot eyes, she's opening herself up to him.
Oh yeah.
And he takes her. And Paul sobers up and says goodbye to his girl, Marie. And she has a little secret rooftop exit entrance way.
And I thought that's pretty daring of her. Yeah, she likes the danger. I mean, most girls are like, oh no. She's like, I'm climbing up roofs and.
By the way, we forgot to mention that obviously the elephant in the room, Major Hazard is on assignment.
Yeah.
And she is definitely missed.
Yeah.
But I hope that her assignment goes well for her.
Yeah.
And we hope to see her real soon.
Yep. She's out there tracking the Bigfoots or something.
Something. So we see the bite mark on Xena's neck. She covers it up with a little trousseau. And she belongs to Dracula now. And has a little conversation with Paul. Dracula's basically told her the same thing the priest. We got to get to the Monsignor somehow. And Michael Ripper is like, Xena, you're here, get to work. And, a priest came in. How weird. Awkward. But it establishes that he and she are connected now and working together. And then Paul stops the priest, and he's like, "Yeah, I need help with my girlfriend." Yes, I'll help you in any way I can.
Yeah.
Did someone lick your forehead?
Yeah, the priest asks for a room,
Yeah.
and the innkeeper's like, we have no room. And she's all like, yes, we do.
Oop. That's right. That's right. Zena, what the hell's wrong with you? We don't want him in here.
Exactly. He's gonna run off our business.
So Paul's downstairs. No, he's not. Again, we're just establishing that he's linked to her now, Xena, and they're working together for Dracula.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the priest goes downstairs to the workroom, and apparently there's a secret door that
There's an
leads to this.
outdoor entrance, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And of
they've
course,
kind of put grain sacks and stuff in front of that door, but he's moved all that out of the way. And Dracula's coffin, or the old lady's coffin that Dracula's in, is down there. Smells like Chanel number 5 in here. So the sun goes down. Dracula's up. He's telling the priest what he wants him to do. Lure the girl here. I'll get my revenge.
you see the fangs.
Yeah. Some people think that Christopher Lee's Dracula was the first one to actually show fangs, but no, there was another movie that did it first.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember. It's like from some strange country like Lithuania or something.
Oh.
But I'd looked that up before because I was curious. And no, Christopher Lee made good advantage of it, no doubt. And as did all the other Hammer vampire films. There's 1,000 vampire films from Hammer. Some of them are the Kronstein family. There's the Kronstein Chronicles.
Yeah.
Kiss of the Vampire, Vampire Lovers, all that shit.
Yep.
Anything where sex and vampires can be kind of interwoven. That was the
Kronstein.
That was a horny family of vampires.
Yeah.
Christopher Lee again definitely showed his fangs from the very first one on. So Xena comes down and she sees the coffin. She sees the priest. He explains to her what needs to be done.
Bring me the girl.
Yeah. The wig on Christopher Lee looks very natural, but we were talking about the 7 Golden Vampires earlier. The other actor that played Dracula, the Dracula wig looked real evident. I mean, it was real cheesy looking. Like, okay, let's slap a Dracula wig on this guy and he'll be Dracula.
Yeah.
He just didn't look as much like Dracula as Christopher Lee. They were trying, but no.
No.
So this is the first time that she gets a little feisty with him, saying, what do you need her for? You got me. But you're a wench. He smacks her. I mean, he smacks her across the room.
Yeah.
And puts her right in her place. So, yeah. Not happy. That's the look of a master who's not happy with his wench. So she goes. And she talks to Paul. When are you going to see your girlfriend again, huh? Nothing obvious about that. And
she
finally comes.
Marie shows up. Yep.
Marie shows up. Oh, yeah, I think he's down in the basement. Let me take you down. And then she shoves a croaker sack over her head and tries to take her to the master. And she sees Dracula in his bloodshot eyes. And, oh my God, he's a drug addict. And she runs the hell out of there. He was a terrible 50-year-old drug addict downstairs. That would have been fun. Anyway, but she does talk about the man in his red burning eyes. She actually looks very 60s to me, even though they've got her hair done, kind of like the. Okay, her hair's 60s.
Yeah.
Both the young people, it's a kind of a link between that time and the 60s when this film was made. So Paul is talking to the innkeeper, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I think she went downstairs."
And he keeps going down. It's like, she's not down there. Are y'all just punking me?
Downstairs and upstairs and downstairs and upstairs.
Because apparently he doesn't know about the secret sub basement with.
Yeah, the secret passage to the coffin area.
Yeah.
So he comes down, Marie, you down here, Marie, and she snaps out of it. No, Paul, his terrible red eyes. I think he's a drug addict. I keep saying that because it's my wish. That would have made it much more entertaining. But anyway, he was a heroin user.
Maybe in a remake.
Dracula has risen from the grave again. Okay, now, for some unknown creepy reason, I decided to close in on whoever the woman's name was on the coffin, because they show it there in this shot. So the next slide should be a close-up of that plate. He is living in Gala Stefag in her home, where she should be. Stein?
Yeah.
Is Jewish. But there's dates on there too. It's
1883 or 1885 to 1905. So
it's 1905 already.
Yeah.
Or after that. Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was late 1800s, like 1865.
Yeah.
So interesting. I that's why I did that, because I thought that whoever's watching this would probably be interested in that. Kind of like, the Trekkies know everything, about each episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the name on the coffin? Wait, we just got dates. What's the dates? So there it is. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. Sleeping.
I do like
Gayla's coffin.
Yeah. And I do like that his way he the cloak and everything, the cape. He always it's like all hardly you barely see any white, or like the white shirt.
Right. He looks very dark and black in this.
Yeah, just like this shadow with a head on it.
There you go. Yeah, he's covering up all the white, whereas in the previous two films, you could see his white shirt and tie underneath. Xena makes the mistake again of talking back to the master. And he's like, okay, that's it. You're done. And this is where we get the bloodshot eyes and the eyebrow action, and she freaks out. Ah! He's gonna kill me. And he does. You don't talk back to Dracula. Okay, that's the one guy you just don't want to talk back to. You've got me. You don't need it. You got me.
But it's that creepy little smile that really.
Yes, he kind of lures her in with like a little smirk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, come closer. Yeah, that's it. Right. Cover. Yeah. Oh, one more step. Yes. So some beautiful eyebrow acting by Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
So upstairs, she's telling the story about the drug addict. Oh, he was terrible. His bloody, bloody eyes. Okay, well, let me take you home. Paul, get back before the second shift. I don't know what happened to Xena. He's a very resourceful innkeeper. Very, very good about staff. Anyway, the father's listening. The priest. His little bald cranium pops in every now and again.
Yeah.
It'll light that thing. he looks kind of like Larry from the Three Stooges. Larry Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Bo. You gonna bite somebody?
Yep.
Why I oughta? So he goes downstairs and he finds Xena's body, and Dracula just says, "Burn her. Destroy her body." She looks happy. One last outing with the vampire. She's got fangs now.
Yeah.
So he's like, burn her. So that's another thing he's got to do against his faith.
Yeah.
He's got to burn a human being that Dracula killed, and you could see he's tormented. He's fighting it, but he's crying.
Now this part here, I'm like, you see, this is full-grown woman, and this little fireplace. I'm like,
that's why he's crying. He just keeps stuffing it. It keeps burning, and he's like, "Oh, jeez, God!"
Exactly.
And when Paul comes back, he doesn't smell woman burning at all.
No.
Or nobody upstairs smells, like body burning.
Exactly. You would think like somebody roasting
barbecuing?
A pig. Are we barbecuing? Are we roasting a pig?
So all right. So he takes her back. And he's in her room. And then he has to go back. And then the mother comes in. Paul was here, wasn't he? I can smell beer. He always smells like beer. And she realizes that her daughter's distraught, and she calls in the Monsignor.
Yeah, she passes out.
Paul here. Smell beer. So
and there's the innkeeper. He's complaining about Xena. Yeah, she ran off.
Xena's going off. I don't know what the hell's happened to her. She's going off. And somebody was barbecuing downstairs and dirtied up the. Damn it. Here's where he tells the priest to give her a note. All of a sudden, he's back in grade school again. He goes, "Tell her that I love her." He gives the priest the note, not realizing, hey, he's working for Dracula. Mm-hmm. Oh, sure, I'll give her the note. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Monsignor gives her a hug and everything's okay. I want to say there's something important there, but I can't remember what it was. She says something that kind of triggers the Monsignor to thinking, that's kind of weird. Oh. So Dracula's coffin is empty. So obviously the sun has gone down. He's off to work.
Well, the Monsignor brought her some onion soup with lots of garlic, and she's like, "Oh, I can't eat that."
Oh, well, he didn't bite her yet, did he?
No,
she got away from him.
He does bring her soup, and she's like, "I'm not hungry." No.
Garlic, yeah.
Well, that comes in later, but anyway, yeah. Sorry.
She smells like garlic. He smells like beer. It's a match made in heaven.
Exactly.
So Dracula shows up, and does his vampy thing at the window. Da-da-da, Da-na-na. You look very 60s. And yeah, we were getting lighting in this movie that kind of makes Dracula look a little green in the face, like he's sick.
Yeah.
Open up your blood. Oh! But yeah, again, in all the literature and posters and stuff for this, he kind of looks green because of that, I guess. Vampires green. No, that's Frankenstein. That's Peter Cushing's bag.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's about to defile her, drink her blood. He finally gets to her.
Yeah. But no bloodshot eyes though. He
No
probably said,
bloodshot eyes.
fellas,
They
enough
come and
with the
go.
bloodshot eyes.
They come and go. That day he was probably like, "No, I don't want to do the eye drops." Oops. My kid.
No.
My beer kid. I don't want to do the eye drops today. Okay, Mr. Lee, we're sorry. We're sorry. You want me to do another vampire movie? Do what I say. I'll wear the teeth, but I won't do the eyes. So get the ecstatic look on her face when he bites into her. Oh, sure, it must feel great. Yeah.
I like the sort of symbolism here of her knocking the doll off the bed, like, oh
yeah.
She's a woman now.
Yeah. She's a vampire now. Yeah, that's something the director threw in there, and I think other people have talked about that and en masse about the symbolism. Yeah. And again, she seems very virgin. With Paul, you never see any, kissing or Ficky Waka,
no
inspired stuff going on. She's good girl. She's the
good. They kiss, but yeah. Well, in that scene where he's drunk and Xena takes him to bed or puts him in bed, and she comes in, Marie comes in, and like, well, we gotta undress him or whatever, and Xena's like ready to unzip his pants, and she's like,
how dare you? Here, grab this doll. So the priest tells Paul, yeah, I gave her the message. Yeah. Okay, she got it. She didn't get the message. And Monsignor sees the bites on her neck, and he's like, oh, geez, vampire. Ah! We've got to find out where the vampire is and why he's targeted Marie.
Yeah, because he thinks Dracula's dead. He doesn't know it's back.
Yeah, he doesn't know which vampire it is. Yeah. It's not like their bite mark is like a fingerprint. Oh, that's Dracula's. That's Dracula's bite. That's what it is. So Paul's reading, and the Monsignor comes to see him.
No. He's just studying. He's reading up on his vampire lore.
Oh. Well, Paul's not reading about vampires. He doesn't know there's a vampire involved.
No, Paul's just he's just doing his.
They're just reading.
School studies. Yep.
Yeah. Because he's a good boy. Deep
boy.
down, he's a good boy. And Dracula's up.
Mm-hmm.
Looking a little green.
Looking a little green. Yep.
And he's back at the window. And Marie's open the window. I almost said Lucy. Marie's open the window.
Yeah.
Usually there's a Lucy in the vampire film somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, she's just us. She's like Xena now.
Mm-hmm.
Opening up. Yeah. Come on in, big boy. What's Paul gonna say?
Right.
Yeah, that's a good girl. That's my girl. Yeah. Again, this director, with the underlighting to give the creepy mood. I mean, he understands. He gets it.
Yeah.
And the Monsignor comes in and flashes his cross and stops the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he doesn't really flash his cross. He's just holding it, and the vampire sees it. He's not like vampire guys where he goes back. Now we got the red eyes.
Yeah.
Like a cat. Jumps out the window.
Out the window, yeah.
Now, we know that the Monsignor is an older guy, but man, he goes after the vampire. He goes out the window after the vampire.
Yeah.
But he gets conked by the priest again against his faith. You're here. But it tells the Monsignor that it's Dracula that he's dealing with. Because that's the last time he saw the priest was at Dracula's place. So he knocks him out on the roof. The sister goes to her daughter and tries to console her. Oh, those blood eyes! It's the drug addict again. He was here, and the Monsignor's like, "Hey, can you get a little help over here? Been conked in, I'm on the roof." I love that shot. I don't know why, but I just love him trying to climb back over the railing.
Yeah. I gotta say, they
injured.
Old and yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I gotta say, you said.
Oh well, no, I was just gonna say, Hammer put some money into this movie, because you got all these sets and they built rooftops and all the buildings, and I mean, they might have already had them, in the studio or something. But.
Yeah, I think Pinewood Studios, I think where they made these things had a lot of stuff like that already,
Yeah,
set.
they already had them. Yeah,
and they were just like, oh, that'll work. Oh, that'll be nice. Oh, we can use that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they saved a lot of money by not having Peter Cushing in it.
Yeah.
I know. We'll build a railing that the Monsignor can climb back over. That'll be good. So now he's, I won't say he's on his deathbed, but he's obviously very injured.
Yeah.
And Paul comes and he's like, I know you're an atheist, but I got to tell you, we're dealing with, Dracula. We're dealing with the undead.
Yeah. Yeah, see, he didn't have the luck of having Dracula lick his wound, so he's all...
Yeah, that's it. Dracula didn't have time. Or no, it was the Monsignor, or it was the priest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so the priest isn't a vampire per se. He's actually still fighting not to be, Renfield at this point. He's just, and the priest comes in and dope. That pretty much does the Monsignor in. When he sees the priest, he's like, you. And Paul doesn't understand. The sister doesn't understand. Only the Monsignor, who just passed away, understood. I don't know. It was he's gone, isn't he? So the priest is now watching over Marie with Paul. Not a good idea. And of course he conks Paul over the head with a candlestick. Bonk. Think you're going to the Who concert, do you?
Yeah, because they had put up all the protective stuff, the garlic around the door and
crosses, garlic,
the
whole 9 yards.
So
he gets rid of all that.
Yeah.
I did it because he smelled like beer. And he's going to grab her boob, and he's like, I can't do that. That's the one thing I can't do. I like little boys. Anyway.
Oh my.
I went there.
Wow. You went there.
I did. We'll be talking about that later. All right, I'm going to take this little tiny cross and shove it up your nose if you don't tell me where it is.
No. Anything but that.
It's not up the nose. So he takes him to Dracula's coffin and opens it up, and it's like it's before they always do this like 5 minutes till sundown. I don't know why they always do that, but anyway, we'll go fight the vampire 5 minutes before sundown. We'll kill him in time. Don't worry. So he tells him you've got to drive the stake through his heart while he's sleeping.
I was really thinking that the priest was going to conk him again with the coffin lid. Like, yeah,
there you go.
think,
that would have been the right. Well, then the movie would be over. It would be an hour movie. It'd be like a Universal film. Hour and 2 minutes. Lovely acting by Christopher Lee here, being staked.
Yeah.
And we find out that if you stake a vampire, you have to say holy words over the staking. Otherwise, the vampire will just pull the stake out and kill you or run away.
Mm-hmm.
And the priest is like, you have to say the magic words. I'm an atheist. I don't know the magic words. You do it. You're a priest. Yeah, but I'm under his power. Yeah, he's not gonna die. So very, very intense scene. Dracula pulls the stake out. And again, blood should be gushing all over the place, but it doesn't. It did when the stake first went in. I will give him that. Yeah. But he throws the stake at Paul, and it misses. He's like a stormtrooper. He's got bad aim.
I fully expected him to stake the priest, but no, he survives.
But and those bloodshot eyes.
Yeah.
He can't see very well.
Exactly. He just woke up.
So it just hits the wall there, and Paul scurries on out. Okay, I can't fight a vampire.
Well, he throws coal at him. He like gets a.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Which kind of.
Xena?
I recognize this.
These coals smell like Xena. So Xena finally does get her revenge in the end. She burns Dracula's cape. And that is Chris Lee, I believe, getting coals and fire thrown on him.
Yeah, but you could see his hair's on fire, or
his wig.
I'm like, oh no. Anyway, yeah.
So Paul runs out. Marie is up on the rooftops, kind of in a dazed vampire trance kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Dracula from our opening credits with a nice red background, right? Red lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the director, a lot of symbolism in this film. The director.
Mm-hmm.
I think the director was Roy Ward, who directed Monster Club and some other notable films that we've done on this show. He directs an interesting film.
Yeah.
He gets.
It's either the Hammer film. The Hammer films was either Terrence Fisher or Roy Baker Ward. It's like they traded off. I mean, I think there's some other ones. But those, I think those two.
Yeah, he did a lot of the later Dracula films.
Yeah.
I think he did 72 AD as well. So, Marie! Damn it, can I just not bite this girl? Come on, let me bite. Hungry. So there's a little scuffle up on the roof there. He throws Paul down the roof. And again, Marie's not afraid of the roof. Dracula's not afraid of the roof. Let's go.
Yeah. See, that's clever because they already established that she can be climbing up on that roof, no problem.
Yeah, she's got no problems with height. And then of all people to save Paul, it's Michael Ripper.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? What's all this business going on?
What are you doing up here, Paul? So yeah, she's in the back of the carriage with the coffin, hugging the coffin. I love my master. And they're going back to Castle Dracula. I don't want to be interrupted anymore. Well, let's go back to my place. And he goes to I can't remember. Oh, that's right. This is the one in Transylvania, near the castle, near Dracula. So he comes in and he goes, I need to go to Castle Dracula. And they're like, yeah, right. Good luck with that. But then the mute guy, like, I'll take you. He makes it very clear he'll take him. No, don't take him. Paul fends him off. This stick has beer all over it. I'll touch you with it. Hold back. Fool, bloody fool, let him go. Oh, and now they're up on top of the carriage. And again, Dracula loving the whip and the horses.
Yeah.
I'm in a hurry, damn it.
Priest is just not whipping hard enough. Now I got to do it myself.
And I again, negligee looks very 60s. She's got a nice little nightie on. I don't think they wore nighties like that back then. I might be wrong.
But this whole bit kind of confuses me because, like, where's the priest? I guess he's in the carriage.
He's probably sleeping in the coffin.
Yeah.
So this is what it feels like. That's a good point. We should know where the priest is, but
oh yeah, because he comes out. He takes the carriage after they stop, and they like walk to the castle, which like,
yeah,
you got a carriage. Why are you walking to the castle? And I'm sure this actress loved walking around in the forest in her bare feet.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, wow, Dracula's really cruel. Look at he's making her walk over all these tree roots and crap in her bare feet.
Yeah. But he does finally pick her up and carry her up there.
Yeah. So they get to the castle. There's the cross, and he's like, remove it. Get rid of it. And she's like, do I have to? Yes. Go. And she throws it over the side, and it lands on the ground, sticking top point up.
Mm-hmm. So you know.
And there's a reason for that.
So you know.
And Paul shows up just in time. And Dracula's like, can I just get in my house, damn it? I just want to go home. I've been sleeping in a woman's coffin for the last 2 weeks. She smelled like Chanel number 5. So there's a scuffle, and Dracula immediately falls over the side because they figured that we got to get this movie over with. Dracula falls over the side, even though he's Dracula. He loses his shoes are slippery. He loses his footing, and he falls on the cross. And some lovely acting by Christopher Lee. And this time, the priest has decided he's going to go ahead and do the holy words. And Paul's hanging from a tree branch.
Yeah, because
he fell over the side. He grabbed a tree branch.
Yeah.
You would think Dracula would change into a bat, but no. No changing into a bat in this one. So Dracula is teetering on the top of that cross. He can't quite get his feet on the ground. And he's reaching up, and again, lovely acting by Christopher Lee. And he's dying, and the priest says the magic words. He says the words of the Holy Church, and that puts the end to Dracula. And the priest dies. It looks like he just kind of collapses after he does the magic words, and you're like, oh, I think he's dead. And yeah, there's the put the bloodshot eye drops on the outside of the eyes this time. So he's bleeding from his eyes. And this is how the next film picks up, which is Taste the Blood of Dracula, is Rory Kinnear's father, Roy Kinnear, I think it was his name, is at the beginning of that. He's a salesman, and he's thrown out of a coach or something, and he hears Dracula wailing and moaning, and then they bring this scene up. And he gets the powder that Dracula's blood becomes. He puts it in a vial. Anyway, get a full moon, which is a werewolf thing, but why not? Let's just throw that in for good measure. And he's dead.
I like that. I like that to make his eyes look like it's just black now.
Yeah. Yeah, nice and creepy. And then Paul does the sign of the cross. Oh, he's not an atheist anymore. He's learned his. He's learned his the oh shit. It would have been a funny joke if I could figure out the line. Anyway,
the power of
the
Christ
error of
compelled
his
him.
ways.
The power of Christ compelled him.
Yeah. So he's got the girl in his arms. She's already been defiled. So hey, let's just do it right here. And we see Dracula's cape tip off the edge of the cross there.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. Just his blood.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that blood he licked off the guy's forehead.
Now, okay.
So that's winch blood.
So here, okay, we see the cross.
Yes.
It's all covered in blood, or there's blood all over it. There's the
blood dripping down, yeah.
The cape and the red, lining. All right.
Yeah.
And so we get the credits, and there's no blood on that cross.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that. I'm looking at the credits, but yeah, Rupert Davies was the Monsignor. Veronica Carlson, Barbara Ewing was
Maria.
Xena. Barry Andrews, that was his name. Xena got top billing over Barry. Yeah. Barbara Ewing.
Yeah.
Ewan Hooper was the priest. I don't think I've ever seen another movie that had him in it. Ewan Hooper. I don't know why, but he did a good job in this.
Yeah.
And of course,
Michael Ripper. Yeah.
Anna. Oh, Anna must be the mother. Marion,
yeah, Anna's the aunt or the mother. Yeah.
The aunt. Yeah. All right. So Dracula has risen from the grave. Christopher Lee's career has risen from the grave. Kept him going for another 10 years. You got to realize Christopher Lee had done a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's done Dracula. He's done Star Wars, Count Dooku. He was in the Lord of the Rings pictures as the nasty
Saruman. Yeah.
Yeah.
James Bond, Man with the Golden Gun.
Scaramanga and the Man with the Golden Gun. I mean, the guy's career is just massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even did Captain America TV movie back in the 70s.
Oh God, yes.
Gremlins 2.
Gremlins 2. The Howling 2.
We're not saying there were some turkeys. There weren't some turkeys in there somewhere, but
he played not Moriarty. Sherlock Holmes' brother, Mycroft. He's played Mycroft, and he's played Sherlock Holmes.
And he played Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Cushing and him both played Sherlock Holmes in different movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, massive career, hundreds of movies, if not thousands. A lot of TV too.
And Lee, not only that, he put out a heavy metal album. The man, and he's a war hero too. Yeah.
He's 6 foot. He's tall. He's like really tall, like 6'7" or something.
Oh yeah, you can tell. He just towers over everybody. Which, I mean, that's why it made him such a perfect Dracula.
Indeed.
That and the voice, of course.
Yeah.
Very, very commanding.
Even though he didn't want to talk, he didn't like.
Yeah. Yeah. He had like 10 words in this whole movie.
Again, that was his wish. He just if you're gonna put me in these, just don't give me a lot of dialogue, because it seems silly if Dracula's talking.
Mm-hmm.
So like Scars of Dracula, like nothing. There's like no dialogue at all. He just looks at people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next week we continue the Hammer Halloween month with classic Hammer Evil of Frankenstein. We're being Peter Cushing back as Dr. Frankenstein. Again, one of the earlier Frankenstein films. Because I think Curse of Frankenstein, they're going to hang him or guillotine him or something. So they kind of explain that away real quick
Mm-hmm.
in that one. So we'll do that next week here on the Big Monster Briefing Room. We're back, season 7, folks. And keep an eye out for those big monsters.
This here's Master Sergeant Havoc. Thank you for watching this episode of the Big Monster Briefing Room. Now, why don't you go ahead and give us a like and subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell next time a big old giant monster comes calling. See y'all later.